Majalis al-ilm have ta'zeem, we venerate these majalis, we venerate these circles, and leaning back, relaxing. It is not counted from ta'zeem al-ilm, it is not counted from the veneration or the magnification of knowledge. And in fact, Shaykhuna Salih ibn Abdullah al-Usaymi hafidhahullah ta'ala, once we were in a majlis of dhikr, we were reciting hadith of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in Masjid Nabawi. It was recited a maqra of Sunan al-Nisa'i al-Kubra and al-Sughra. And there was a brother right at the end of the majlis, at the end of the halaqah. Hasnan ta'ala akhi. Right at the back of the halaqah, and to make matters worse, he was laying down. Imagine this, a maqra of hadith in the masjid, he was laying down, and to make matters worse, the book was on the floor. Subhanallah, the book was on the floor. So Shaykh Salih, as the dars was reciting, he stopped, he looked. He looked, he closed the book, and he said, Subhanallah. And his face started to become angry. And you know, one thing about the ulama, my brothers, is they have haiba. Wallahi, they have haiba. What's haiba in English? They have an aura, right? When they become angry, subhanallah, wallahi, brothers, it's worse than even your mum or your dad becoming angry when you were younger. It's worse than that, a million times worse. Ajib. It's very ajib. And he said, subhanallah, this is ta'zeemul ilm. We are here in the Masjid Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, reciting the hadith of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and yet we are the brothers are laying down with their book on the floor. And he has a beautiful risala, a beautiful treatise, very small, it's called Ta'zeemul Ilm, the veneration of knowledge. It lists about 20 points. It's incumbent upon every talib ilm to read this kitab. And in fact, this is the first book that he teaches in his Barnamij Muhimmatul Ilm. And it's usually a sunnah of mine. I teach this book as well. Before I teach anything, I go through the first lesson, a brief explanation of this. Qaddarallah, we do not do it in this lesson, subhanallah. But that's my mistake, we should do that. And al-Jurjani alayhi rahmatullah from the 5th century has a nice qasida. A nice qasida, it's about 15 lines. And everyone who speaks about al-Jurjani, they mention his qasida. And they say it's one of the best qasaid ever written about ilm. And the bait in it, that's of importance, وَلَوْ عَظَّمُوهُ لَعُذِّمُوا. And if they venerated knowledge, they themselves will be venerated. If they magnify knowledge, they themselves will be magnified. What good is it, subhanallah, brothers, if we do talibul ilm, we don't even venerate the thing that we talib of. And it's not as if we're learning 1 + 1 = 2 and all these things. La, we're learning we are learning about Allah Jalla wa Ala. We're learning about His Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We're learning about His Sunnah. If we do not venerate this by Allah Jalla wa Ala, this ilm will not raise us, rather it will lower us. We ask Allah Jalla wa Ala to be of those who are raised by this ilm. Allahumma ameen.